Welcome to the Grant Bakes YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be baking 2 loaves of sourdough bread. I'll score one with a curved razor blade, and I'll score the other one with a straight razor blade. I'm doing this test to find out if a curved razor blade actually gives you a better ear on your sourdough bread. Some people think that it does, but I'm not so sure. So let's test it out. For this test, I'm using 2 identical loaves of sourdough bread. It's a variation on my standard sourdough bread recipe. If you want to know the exact ingredient amounts, pause the video right here. I'm going to start the test with scoring with the straight razor blade. I'm using a UFO lamb from Wire Monkey Shop, just flipping the dough out of the banneton basket, wiping off some excess rice flour, and I'm just going to score it from end to end at a 45-degree angle with the straight razor blade. As I talked about last week, this scoring method should allow the dough to burst open in the oven, leaving a perfect ear on the loaf of bread. My oven has been preheating for a half hour with the Dutch oven inside to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm just going to take the lid off, carefully transfer the dough inside, pop the lid back on, and then I'm going to bake this for 20 minutes with the lid on and 15 minutes with the lid off. I'll show you how it turns out in just a second. Now for the curved razor blade. I'm using a lamb called the Arc lamb from Wire Monkey Shop. By the way, for both of these lambs, I am using a fresh razor blade just so there's no difference in how sharp the blade is in either one, so there shouldn't be any difference there. Also, I wanted to let you know that Wire Monkey Shop, the creator of both of these lambs, is now offering a 10% discount to Grant Bakes viewers, so go ahead, click on the link in the description of this video. It'll automatically take you to their website and apply a 10% discount to any of these lambs. You can get the UFO lamb, the Arc lamb, or anything else they offer. Thank you to Wire Monkey Shop for offering us that discount. I'm scoring this dough the same as the first one long slash from the far end to the near end, roughly at a 45-degree angle. Legend has it that the curved blade slips under the skin of the dough, flipping the skin upward, which is supposedly why bread has a better ear when you score it with a curved blade. Let's find out if that's true. I preheated this Dutch oven to 500 degrees Fahrenheit for a half hour, and then I baked it for 20 minutes with the lid on and 20 minutes with the lid off, just like the first loaf of bread. Now both loaves have cooled, and I'm wondering, do you have any idea which of these 2 loaves of bread was scored with straight blade versus a curved blade? Any guesses? No? Alright, well there are a few differences, but the one on the right was scored with a straight blade, and the one on the left was scored with a curved blade. They both had pretty good ears, but let's talk about the similarities and differences. For the straight blade dough, the bread that was scored with the UFO lamb, I'm seeing a really pronounced ear on the left side. I didn't get that double ear on the right side, which I sometimes get, and that's okay. But this ear stood up really tall. And that's of course a product of oven spring and the bread bursting open along the proper score mark. At least with my particular dough, it doesn't seem that I needed a curved blade at all in order to get an ear that's standing up nice, proud, and tall. But let's compare it up close to the dough scored with the curved blade. This one on the left I scored with the Arc lamb. There's one major difference I'll show you in a second, but this dough also produced a nice tall ear on the left. I didn't get a double ear on the right on this one either. As you can see, we got some good separation here, the ear from the main part of the dough, which is what you're looking for with an ear in the first place. So overall, this bread is almost identical to the first one, but with one difference. Notice how the dough kind of closed up in the front and fused together. It's overall just not as attractive as the other one right there. I don't actually think that that's a product of the curved blade or the lamb. I think that is just me not scoring all the way through to the front like I did with this other dough. I think if I could have gone back and extended the score mark with the blade, I could have prevented the fusing from happening. The recipe I used for this dough is 70% hydration, so a little on the lower side. It's possible that with higher hydration sourdough breads, that a curved blade might make more of a difference in getting an ear on your loaf, but I think for the average sourdough bread recipe, curved blade, straight blade, they both work great. If you want to watch my 5 steps for getting an ear on your sourdough bread, click this video right here.